Have you ever looked at something and thought, "Theft, that's easy, I could do that in my sleep"? Or, on the flip side, have you ever faced a challenge so huge, so intimidating, that you just froze, thinking, "There's no way I can do this"? If you've nodded yes to either of those, you're not alone. We all fall into these mental traps. But what if I told you there's an ancient piece of wisdom that can help us navigate both? There's a brilliant teaching from the ancients that goes, Kin di tak nan, kin non tak di. It has a powerful concept that translates roughly to this: what seems easy is often difficult, and what seems difficult can become easy once you begin. It's a profound observation about human nature and the reality of taking on any task in life. This isn't just a clever saying, it's a mental framework that can fundamentally change how you approach everything, from your career to your personal projects. Let's break down the first part. What seems easy is often difficult. Think about it. How many times have you watched a professional chef whip up a gourmet meal on TV and thought, a little of this, a little of that, simple enough. But then you get into the kitchen, and suddenly you're juggling flaming pans, measured ingredients, and the smoke alarm is screaming at you. The easy meal just became a kitchen nightmare. This happens everywhere. You see a successful entrepreneur and think their life is a breeze, not seeing the years of 80-hour work weeks, the sleepless nights, and the constant stress they endured to get there. You watch a skilled musician play a beautiful piece and underestimate the thousands of hours of repetitive, often frustrating, practice it took to achieve that level of grace. The danger of thinking things are easy is that it breeds subjectivity and overconfidence. We become complacent. We don't do our homework, we don't research, we don't prepare for potential obstacles. We just dive in, assuming our natural talent or a little bit of luck will carry us through. But reality has a funny way of humbling us. When we underestimate a task, we're setting ourselves up for failure, or at the very least, a much harder struggle than we anticipated. The project that looked like a simple weekend task suddenly stretches into months, draining our energy and enthusiasm because we weren't prepared for its hidden complexities. This is the Kin di tak nan trap, the illusion of ease hiding a mountain of difficulty. Now, let's look at the second, more empowering half of this proverb. What seems difficult can become easy once you begin. This is where the magic truly happens. This part tackles the other extreme, the paralysis of fear and hesitation. Think about a goal you've had for a long time. Maybe it's learning a new language, starting your own business, running a marathon, or even just decluttering your entire house. The sheer scale of it can feel overwhelming, right? The mountain of difficult seems so high that you don't even dare to take the first step. You think of all the things that could go wrong, all the effort required, and your brain just shuts down. It's too hard, we tell ourselves. I'm not ready. I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. This is where Kin non tak di comes to our rescue. It tells us that the feeling of difficulty is often just a perception, an illusion created by our minds before we've actually engaged with the task. The secret is to simply begin. You don't need to conquer the entire mountain in one day. You just need to take one single step. Want to run a marathon? Don't think about the 26.2 miles. Just put on your shoes and go for a 5-minute jog around the block. That's it. That's your victory for the day. Want to learn a new language? Don't think about memorizing thousands of words. Just learn how to say hello and thank you today. Want to start a business? Don't get lost in 5-year financial projections. Just write down one business idea on a piece of paper. What happens when you take that first, tiny, manageable step? A few things. First, you break the spell of inertia. You prove to yourself that you can act. Second, you gain a tiny bit of momentum. That 5-minute jog becomes a 10-minute jog next week. Those 2 words become a full sentence. That one idea becomes a 1-page business plan. Suddenly, the task doesn't seem so monstrous anymore. You're no longer looking at it from the outside, paralyzed by its size. You're on the inside, engaged in the process, and you start to see that it's just a series of smaller, doable steps. The difficulty was in the starting, not necessarily in the doing. The doing is just a process. With each step, you build confidence, you learn, and you adapt. What once seemed impossible slowly becomes your new normal. The mountain of difficulty transforms into a manageable, even enjoyable, path. So, how do we apply this ancient wisdom to our modern lives? It's about finding a healthy balance. First, approach every task, no matter how simple it seems, with respect and diligence. Do your research, ask questions, create a plan. Don't let your ego trick you into thinking you can just wing it. By preparing for the hidden difficulties, you turn potential disasters into minor hiccups. You honor the quien taq non principle by being thorough. Second, when you face a goal that feels impossibly large, recognize that feeling for what it is, just a feeling. It's not a fact. Your job is not to conquer the whole thing at once. Your only job is to take the very first, smallest possible step. Break it down until it's so easy you can't say no. Celebrate that small win, and then take the next small step tomorrow. This is how you honor the quien non taq D principle, by choosing action over hesitation. This single proverb provides a complete roadmap for overcoming the two biggest obstacles to success: the arrogance that leads to failure and the fear that prevents us from even starting. It teaches us to be humble yet brave, cautious yet proactive. So, the next time you look at a task, ask yourself, am I underestimating this? Am I being fooled by the illusion of ease? And if a goal seems too big, ask yourself, what is the absolute smallest step I can take, right now, to begin? By embracing this mindset, you'll find yourself more prepared, more resilient, and more capable of turning your biggest dreams into reality. The journey might not always be easy, but by understanding that things are rarely as they seem, you'll have the wisdom to navigate the path, one step at a time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this bit of ancient wisdom resonates with you as much as it does with me. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on living a more intentional and effective life. I do love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. What is something that seemed easy but was hard, or seemed hard but became easy once you started? Let's share our stories. Until next time, take that first step.